Hello dear friends, we will see today the potential energy of a spring. Now the potential energy of a spring, we first see the figure as shown here. In the figure, a block is attached to a spring and resting on a smooth horizontal surface. So the first figure shows us that the block, which is of blue color, is resting at x equals to 0 on horizontal smooth surface. Now one end of the block is attached to a spring, and on the other end, suppose we are applying some external force. So the spring is attached to a wall and the block is attached to one end of the spring. Now when we apply force on it, we can have two type of forces over here. First of all, we also understood it that first we can pull it. So suppose when we pull the spring, it will experience the force of pull in right hand side, while it will experience the internal force due to spring towards left side. So in that case, the force exerted by spring on the block will be negative, or if we push the spring towards the wall, then the spring will apply force on the block towards right hand side. That is, in that case, Fs is positive. So here we can say that the spring is light and it is considered as a massless. Now for the ideal spring, the force is directly proportional to the displacement. So this Fs force is directly proportional to the displacement x, and when this x is moved towards right side from its equilibrium condition, Fs is acting towards left hand side, and when block is moved towards left hand side at a distance x, the Fs will be towards right hand side in the same proportionality of displacement. So ultimately here we can say that the external force when applied on block, spring will also apply some force which will be conservative force, and that is directly proportional to the displacement but opposite to the displacement. So if we want the mathematical representation, we can write it in a manner that Fs is directly proportional to minus of x, and this is called Hooke's law. When we remove this proportionality sign, we can have that constant k, which is called spring constant, and we have the equation Fs is equals to minus kx. Now here the value of k, if we want to find out the unit for spring constant, we can make it subject, and it will be Fs over x with negative sign. So it is Newton per meter is the unit for the spring constant. Here the spring is said to be stiff if k is large, and spring is soft if k is small. So if the value of k is large, spring is stiff. In the same manner, if the value of k is small, then spring is soft. So on the basis of this K, we can decide whether the spring is stiff or soft. Now suppose we pull the block outward as shown in the figure above as a B. So if we move it towards right hand side, that means we pull the block outward, and if the extension is xm, so that xm belongs to the maximum extension, the work done by the spring is given by the following formula. That what we will do, so we simple apply the theory, that is work. So work done by the spring is equals to 0 to xm, where xm is a maximum displacement. Then we can say that fs into dx. So here if spring is pulled, if spring is pulled right hand side, then we can experience this type of work. Now we have value, that is fs equals to minus kx, so we will replace over here. So from 0 to xm, I can say that this is minus kx dx. Taking k as a constant, we can have the integration of x, that is x square by 2. Applying limit from 0 to xm, we have the resultant value, that is minus k x m square over 2 minus 0. So ultimately the work done by the spring is calculated as ws, that is the equation number 3. Now this expression may also be obtained by considering the area of the triangle as given in the figure 4. So you can see this figure, that is the area vector figure, sorry, not the area vector, but it is the area figure covered by fs versus xm. Now note that the work done by the external pulling force F is positive since it overcomes the spring force. Now the same is true when the spring is compressed with displacement x which is less than 0. Now the spring force does work as ws equals to minus kxc in that case. So we can say in the case if it is compressed, so if spring is compressed, so that compressed force WC can be given as minus K xc square by 2. So in all the case it will experience the force and work done in this formula. Now if the block is moved from its initial displacement xi to the final displacement xf, the work done by the spring force ws is given by the following formula. So here if spring moves from xi to xf, that is initial condition to final condition, then the work done by the spring is given by minus integration from xi to xf, and it is kx dx. Now when we put the condition, we find that is minus k taken outside, we can say that this is x square by 2 for xi to xf. Now in this case we can change the limit as negative sign comes outside, so we can say that this is k x square by 2 from xf to xi. We have taken negative sign inside and converted into positive, so ultimately the result will be k xi square by 2 minus k xf square by 2. So this will be the resultant value. Thus the work done by the spring force depends only on the end points. Specifically, if the block is pulled from xi and allowed to return to xi, then that means here one more thing. This is the case. Now another case, if block is moving from xi to xi, that means it goes in between somewhere, but if the force is specifically, if the block is pulled from xi and allowed to return to xi, then the work done, you can understand what is the meaning, that the work done is minus kx from xi to xi and dx. Here kx is a work done, so the ultimately we can say that here minus kx I square by 2 by 20, but the minus sign is minus common from the previous case, we can get kx I square by 2, that is ultimately 0. That shows that the work done by the spring force in a cyclic process is 0. Now we have explicitly demonstrated that the spring force first is position dependent only as first stated by Hooke. So first thing we will say that the force is position dependent only. We can say that this is only position dependent. Second thing, the spring does work which only depends on the initial and final position. So here we can say that the spring force does work which only depends on initial and final position. So this force does work only on initial and final position only. That means on the end points. and thus the spring force is a conservative force, and therefore it is conservative force. So someone may ask you that why the spring force is conservative. So you can say that it is conservative force due to these two reasons, because it is position dependent only, and it is having it perform works only when the initial and final positions are final. So this is the example that the force is conservative force. Vx of the spring to be 0 when block and spring system is in the equilibrium position. So how we will see that? That suppose we consider we have the equation of conservative force, that is F is equals to minus dV upon dx. Here in equilibrium condition, that is for x equals to 0, because here we have also F is equals to minus kx is equals to minus dV by dx. So if x is 0, then we can say that Vx will also be 0 and potential energy will be 0. Now for the extension x, small x, the above analysis suggests that potential energy will be kx square by 2. So for x is equals to x, we can say that Vx will be, that is equals to kx square by 2. Now how this value is possible? So obviously we will follow this above equation. In this above equation we can say and we can consider that the portion is covered by the given area is over here. So now we can consider that minus kx is equals to minus dV upon dx, and therefore dV is equals to kx dx. Obviously when we take integration of it, we can have taking integration dV is equals to taking kx dx. So this will be k x square by 2 by its limit for the displacement. So that potential energy is equals to kx square by 2, that is defined here. So this will be your another equation. Now we can also verify that for the maximum extension with mass m, so suppose the block with mass m and experience the maximum extension xm in both the side, that means in right hand side it experience plus xm, while in left hand side it experience minus xm displacement, and it is released. So when it will released, the spring or the block system will have motion from minus xm to plus xm. So here in figure above we can consider that the spring, when externally applied force, suppose it will move in right hand side x displacement, and at the same time suppose it is moving in negative x direction up to xm distance. So we can say that suppose xm is a limited distance that it can perform, and it is the maximum distance that it can perform. So the object will move in between them. Now during that it will move, and therefore the potential energy as well as kinetic energy will also involve in the case. So now For the case, we calculate new thing that if object is moving, or if block is moving plus xm to minus xm, the potential energy of spring will be converted into kinetic energy plus potential energy at particular position. So now in this case, what we will do, we will consider that suppose spring initially in equilibrium condition, say spring and block system is right now in equilibrium at x equals to 0. Now it experiences some force F external. Due to this external force, suppose spring will move further. So suppose spring will move further in this direction and it will perform some distance x. Now suppose this distance is xm and then it is released. Now it is released, then it will perform its motion in a particular region. That means it will perform the motion in this region only. So it will start moving in this region. When it will move in this region, it will perform the displacement from particular condition to one limit to the another limit. So suppose at a particular point, let us say at some point x, we are considering it at some point x, we want to consider the spring energy. So the initial energy, that is potential energy, will be converted some of the kinetic energy as well as some of the potential energy. So we can compare, therefore 1/2 k x maximum square is equals to 1/2 kx square plus 1/2 mv square. So this will be the total energy comparable for the spring at any point. Now obviously we can say that at x equals to 0, Vx we have already considered 0. Then we can say that the total potential energy will be equal to the kinetic energy of the spring system. So here at that point, the kinetic energy at a particular point, that will be V0 will be, or we can say that it will be maximum. So we will apply not the 0, but we will say the kinetic energy will be Vm, that is V maximum, when the spring will pass through the x equals to 0, and that will be equals to 1/2 k x m square. So at x equals to 0, potential energy will be 0, and therefore all the energy that will be converted into kinetic energy. And for that condition we can have maximum speed also, that is Vm square is given by k by m into x m square, and therefore if we make V as a subject, so Vm will be a subject it will be K by M into xm. So this will be the maximum speed of spring when it will pass through the center. Now here the K by M has a dimension of time inverse. We can check because we have already explained it that K is called a spring constant. So here see what we can do. We can consider that about the overall condition. What we can consider over here, for the example, as we have already stated earlier, the same thing will happen in the conservative condition. We can explain that will be narrated earlier here in the topic K by M. You see that K itself is a Newton per meter. So here we can compare the condition K by M. So the case will be for the K by M. Here K is Newton per meter and M is in kilogram. So we can say that K by M is Newton per meter per kilogram. Now Newton itself is a mass into acceleration. So we can say that this is kilogram into meter per second square into meter inverse over kilogram. Mass has unit kilogram. If we simplify this, we can have kilogram cancel out and meter inverse cancel out, and that ultimately it leaves as second inverse. So the unit of K by M is second inverse minus 2, or we can say again, this is the wrong term. We can say it will have as minus 2, but this is K by M. In our equation above we have under root K by M. So we can say that therefore under root K by M will have dimension of second inverse, and that is also called frequency of the given substance. So the equation is dimensionally correct that we have checked here, and dimensional formula for K by M is M0 L0 T minus 2. In the same manner, if we are taking it for K by M, it is T minus 1. So it is correct, and the kinetic energy gets converted to the potential energy and vice versa. However, the total mechanical energy remains constant, and we can show it by graphically. So we will show it by graph. For that, here we consider on x-axis the displacement part from minus xm to plus xm. Exactly in the center we consider x equals to 0. Now we consider that mechanical energy remains constant, and it is shown by a straight line. So on our y-axis we have energy, and on x-axis the displacement is there. Displacement is given on x-axis. Now we consider that object is moving from minus xm to plus xm, or the spring system is moving from minus xm to plus xm, it is like as shown in the figure. So this is minus xm to plus xm. Here this blue color graph is the part of kinetic energy, while we can also show the potential energy in the same graph, that when the kinetic energy is 0, potential energy is maximum, and when kinetic energy becomes maximum, the potential energy will be 0. Now we can consider it with this green color graph. This is the graph for the potential energy, and this is for the kinetic energy, but they are shown by the term. So parabolic plot of the potential energy and kinetic energy of a block attached to a spring obeying Hooke's law. The Hooke's law is force is directly proportional to the displacement, and two plots are complementary, one decreasing as the other increases, and the total mechanical energy of the system, that is E over here as shown over here, that E is total K plus U or K plus V, which is always constant, that is mechanical energy. So that is the explanation of kinetic energy, potential energy and mechanical energy, all in the same graph for the energy versus displacement graph for spring. So this is the example.